This is the statement that's leading. When I told you you have to have a theory, you have to have prior research to build a study off of. And this is Orford's statement from a 2017. There is an urgent need for future research to focus upon the development and the test of interventions to improve the quality of life of affected family members. So here's the first question. How does participation in a long-term support group for parents of young adults influence the components of parental quality of life? So obviously you have to have a way of measuring this. And then how do specific components influence? A parent group, whether it's PALS or Pathways or Al-Anon or whatever people are attending, they have a certain ritual and model that they're presenting. And as a researcher, you do not want to go in and say, well, how do you like this or how do you like that? That leads, biases. You have to come up with very general questions. Think of a restaurant. Restaurant A, Restaurant B, owned by the same family, Italian cuisine. They've been using great-grandma's recipes for many a year. Restaurant A, people go in, they come out happy. Somehow they've had a nice experience in there. Restaurant B, same food. They go in, they come out agitated. What the heck happened? So as a researcher, I could go in with a theory of restaurant management. I know everything. Give me my clipboard, I'll come in and observe, and I'll tell you very quickly, people are waiting too long, people don't like the music, or whatever I have on my clipboard. I can mark those off. That is family systems theory. Or I can go in and say, I'm going to interview the patrons when they come out and ask what they enjoyed about their experience. Harry and Mary, they go there every Friday night. This is their date night. They've been going to this restaurant for 20 years. Don't you mess with their date night. But what about that is so pleasurable to them? You've got Bo, he's driving an 18-wheeler, parks his 18-wheeler, Walmart parking lot, walks across the street. Now, Bo, time is money. He wants to read that menu. He wants to pick something, get served quickly. He wants it hot, and he wants a good-sized portion. Very different needs, but they're both coming out happy. This is the researcher's job, to go in and ask people, but I don't want to lead them. I want them to tell me their experience. There is a instrument called the Quality of Life Inventory. Josh used it last year with some of his families anonymously. There's 16 components that you measure to make up a person's quality of life. This inventory was normed on people in the United States. It is used really often in healthcare, in mental health care, to try to determine if an intervention is helping. So, health, self-esteem, goals and values, money, work, play, learning, and on. It not only measures how well you're doing in one of those components making up your quality of life, but it also will ask you the relevance of that area. So if you're in a state of your life where love is the most important, let's say you're just getting married or something, your number may come up high there. If you don't have children, it's not going to come up high there. But this gives you a way of finding out what's important to the person filling it out and where the quality of life is working really well or not working. Josh found when he gave the quality of life inventories to parents that had been attending the Pathway parent meetings from 3 months to 24, and he broke it up into like 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12, so he could get kind of an idea. When you bring all these scores together, you get an overall quality of life score. And it can be very low, low, average, above average, high. If you go up one quality of life score with an intervention, that is considered very successful. Most of his families went up 2 quality of life indexes from whatever he's doing and whatever PALS is doing. They're all so similar. But my take is that there is a sense of genuine love among the people that work here, that work at PALS, and that come to the meetings. The fourth question, how have external factors and experiences influenced your quality of life? When my son was going through rehab, my mother was at home dying on hospice in my home. So there were times I couldn't make a family meeting or whatever. And as a researcher, if something like that is going on that's going to impact, we need to pull that out. That is why we ask this question. They may say, oh, nothing else is going on, or I just lost my job, or whatever. I just have a new grandchild that's exciting me, whatever. So we're going to use semi-structured interviews with 10 parents. We're going to have them complete 2 quality of life inventories, a retrospective score of going back to the day that their child entered the rehab center, and their quality of life at data collection. And then a focus group with the counselors. What is it that they do? What do they do at PALS? What do they do at Pathways? How are they involved? And how is that coming out as affecting a parent's quality of life? And after that, it will be time to go back to my research assistant. I'm waiting for clearance from the Internal Research Board at my university, and we will move on to data collection. And I thank you for coming. I hope this helps you feel like what you're going through is very validated in the research, that you're valuable, that you're important, and hang in there with each other. Thank you. Questions?